Hello and welcome, Unity Travelers. In this video, we're going to be finishing up our login page. We're going to be adding some art to make it look a lot nicer. And the way I'm going to do that is through the Unity Asset Store. So I'm going to show you how to access the Unity Asset Store and how to download assets from there and put them in your project. If you are familiar with the old Asset Store, which used to be integrated directly into Unity, that has changed and it's been moved to their website. So this still might be useful for you in learning how to use the new asset store. Okay, so we've got our project open here. Let me close this tab and show you how I opened that. If I go to Window and then Asset Store, it will open your browser into the Unity Asset Store. And before I go through that, make sure you're logged into your account here. So you'll select this and then you will log in. You're going to need that account logged in because when you purchase or get free assets from the Unity Asset Store, they're going to need to be linked to your Unity account for you to put them into the editor. So as you can see here, I'm logged into my account, and that's how you will download your assets. So one of the things I searched, I'll just search UI. This was one of the first things I installed that I think for this video we're going to use, which is these 2D Casual UI. Credit to Mimu Studio for making them. For you, this will say Add to Assets, which if you're logged into your account will purchase. This is free, but it will acquire those assets and put them into your account. The other thing I installed was backgrounds. I'll go to free assets again. So the way I get to free assets, make sure to go to this pricing category and then free assets. And I added this Ultimate 2D Backgrounds pack to my assets, credits to Chicken Games. And again, for you, it should say Add to Assets and make sure you're logged in. So now I'll go back to Unity. Make sure you're logged in here in the editor. And if you go to Window Package Manager, I'll bring that over here. You can see that if you click on this top part right here, it should start in Unity Registry. If you move it down to My Assets, it'll bring up those assets that you acquired as long as you are logged in. So now I can import, and you'll see this window pop up. I think you have to download first actually, but I've already downloaded them. And I will import them into this project. And you'll see down here that they've popped up, and I will also download and import the Ultimate 2D Backgrounds pack. So importing them actually puts them into the project. Downloading them just puts them on your computer so that from any other project you can also use them. So now I'm going to import them into this project as well. When you're making a project, your own project, you'll probably want to delete any of assets that you don't use, so you're not creating a bunch of extra files for the user to download that aren't being used. But for this tutorial, we're just going to download everything. So we're going to wait here for this to finish downloading. Okay, download finished. Let's go ahead and close this. You'll see we now have Chicken Games, which is the backgrounds, and then this other UI. Let's go ahead and start by changing our background. So I'm going to select our background object, go back to the image component, and let's see what we have here. So you'll notice I clicked on this little radio button, That allows me to view all of my assets that I can choose from. And with that, I can start selecting stuff and seeing what it looks like. Let's see, for this, how about we do something like this. You'll notice it's tinted because we added this tint before. So we've set it back to white. This is the original color. Although, a tint can look pretty cool. Maybe we have a red moon or something. But I'm just going to leave it as the default color. So here's my background. I would like to try to preserve the aspect. In game, though, that's going to look a little weird. So let's see if stretching looks terrible. Stretching this actually looks fine. So I'm going to leave it like that. I will note that the moon isn't quite in the center, and that can throw off the rest of the UI a little bit. So I'm just going to move this to at least show the moon a little better. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's change our button. So again, I'm going to set this back to white while I'm selecting a new button look. Here's some of the buttons that we have, some of the options we have. I think our best option is either this one. That one is also pretty good. Let's try. I like this one. Let's try this one. And again, it's kind of being blocked a little bit. We could do a slightly different type of UI so that we're not blocking anymore, where we have something like this. Go back to game view to see what it looks like. That looks pretty cool. Let's move these a little bit more. You can also see these blue lines that are popping up when I'm moving this. I'm not actually pressing any buttons. I'm just click and dragging with the left mouse click. Just by dragging it to an object that is the same level. So notice how they have the same parent. They're the same level in the hierarchy. They will be able to snap, or they will snap to position and show you that they are lined up. But they have to be in the same level. You can see this submit button is also doing the same thing. And maybe I'll put this at that end of the submit button and this at that end. I don't like that. So let's go back to something like this. Okay, looks good. This button right here, you'll notice it's a little pixelated. Something we can do to maybe help that is change this pixels per unit multiplier. It might make it a little less pixelated. Let's see if we like it. Let's just set this to 2. And I think I'll just leave that back at what it was. Anyways, let's change this login text to a different color. Let's now change it maybe to white so that it shows up in the background. I think I like how this is looking. So for now, this is going to be my login page. Let's save that. Now let's go to our other scene where we're logged in, and let's change this ugly red. Change it back to white. And let's pick another background that we like. Maybe one where the moon is, I like this one. How much is it stretching? It's not stretching too bad. It looks fine. And so I think that's pretty good. So now if I go back to login and I click play, we have our Unity Traveler login page. I will enter a username and password, and I will click the submit button, and now we have our other scene. Maybe this is the start of a story video or something, to start you into your game or whatever. But anyways, that's pretty much it. We've now created a successful login, a very simple, successful login page. We've added some art. We've learned how to use the asset store. On top of that, we've learned some error detection to help the user log in correctly. And we've basically learned a majority of the helpful UI features that you'll use all the time whenever you're developing in UI and Unity. So I hope that from this series, you've learned a lot about Unity and Unity UI, and I hope to see some cool stuff. Let me know in the comments if there's anything in particular you'd really like to see in the future. I'm going to keep producing videos. And so thank you for watching, and I hope this was really helpful. Until next time, see ya.